Hey, what's up, everybody? We are here at Baxter's Realm in Queen Creek, and we're going to be doing the reveal of the Dark Angels 30K Praetor model that was painted up by the good folks over at Tableflip Studios. If you don't already follow them, I'll put their information down at the bottom. Go ahead and give them a follow and check out some of the work that they do. It's really, really quality stuff. They've done work not just for me, but also for the dudes at the Long War. They painted up a really, really nice night for them. And just tons of great stuff, from fantasy to 40K to Battletech to everything. They are there, and they are able to produce a good quality product. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over this model right now. I've got it set up. Another thing I want to mention first is when it comes to getting models and shipping models and receiving things like this, a big deal to me and probably to a lot of other people is how well it's packed. That being said, this is everything. This is what came for that model. This box and tons of bubble wrap. So this thing was super well protected while it was being shipped, which, we all had things shipped and end up broken. It sucks. And, to be able to ship something out and make it survive like that's really, really good. So they do a great job on the packing, which, again, like I said, may not be a big deal to most people, but it's a huge thing for me. So that being said, and that's out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the model, all right? Alright, so here we are. There it is done. The Dark Angels Praetor model from Forgeworld, painted by the great folks over at Tableflip Studios. Fantastic job. Done really, really quick. Like I said, if you follow their page, you can go on there and you can actually see the time frame that it took to paint this model, and it really was not a long time. It is a really, really great job on this model. The idea behind it was, let's make it a paint scheme that would work both for 40K and 30K. So as you can tell, as we turn it to the side here, you can see it's definitely got some greens to it. Look at that. So there we go. So the idea is this model could work both for your 30K army and your 40K army, and since I'm building a Dark Angels army based off these older models, or the Horus Heresy type models, I wanted it to fit that bill so I could use it on both sides. So let's turn it a little more. Now, I want to point something out here that some people might take for granted, but it needs to be pointed out. When you're painting, especially darker models and then light colors over darks, what tends to happen is you'll lose that quality of that light color, and as you can tell by what they did with the white there, they didn't lose it at all. That white stayed vibrant. It's really, really well done. Let's see, take a look at that. There you go. They're able to add a little bit of battle damage to the shield and give it a little bit of a realistic feel, but the white stayed bright, which is really kind of hard to do sometimes. The shield itself looks heavy, it looks stout. They put a little patina into the metal, give it that aged look. And if you look at the detail on the wings on both the Dark Angels emblem and on the shield itself, you can see that the color variant from the dark to the light is really well pronounced. The copper stayed bright, both on the Chaos shoulder pad and on the top of the shield. And rotate around to the front. The red's super vibrant. Really nicely done. Great shading in the fabric. Really give it that feel of an actual cloth, which is sometimes hard to do. And then if we start looking at the skin tones, now painting faces, we all know, can be a real challenge. They have absolutely crushed it with this model. Take a look at that. From the variance in the color in the beard, the variance in the skin tones, and even through on the eyebrows, which, that's massive. That's massive that somebody would take the time to do that kind of detail to the face work. I know I never did. So this is really, really cool addition to this model. Now let's turn more to the side. You can see the arm right there. They went and they added the checks into the patterns. Alright, check pattern on the arm right there, a little bit of battle damage, just broughten it up with a little bit of green. And then we start looking at the power sword. The power sword itself has the lightning coming down from the nodules on the blade right down to the end. Again, colors stayed bright, the gold stayed bright, nice metallic work right there. And coming along to the back, looking at the cape. Really nice fabric layout right there. We got the darker colors in the center, really bright highlights on the edge, really pick up that light in the room. And going further around, highlighting on the legs. brought up the greens so you can really kind of pick out the armor color on that. Beautiful highlighting there. And another thing that sometimes gets kind of glossed over when you're painting is the basing. The basing on this is fantastic. So let's take a look. Of course, we got the Chaos Shield, which I think was a great addition. And the basing, really, really nice, clean, simple basing. Gives the model a little bit of height. Doesn't make it stand too high, which you don't really want, because you don't want your characters above everything else in your army. And taking a look here at the front again, you can see a little bit of battle damage on the knee pad. Again, fantastic work. It's the little details that can really set a model apart from everybody else, and I think they've really completed that here. So again, if you guys don't follow Tableflip, or if you're looking for somebody to do some work for you, by all means, go to their page, give them a follow, send them your work. Like I said, this guy is their level 3 legendary paint job. Every company has varying levels, so what you want to do is get a hold of them, find out kind of what you're looking for, and talk to them. They'll be able to work you through what kind of paint job you want, what you're looking for, you know, where you want to be price-wise, and they'll fit you into that. So go ahead and give them a call, give them a follow, and get you guys a good-looking army, all right? Take care.